So welcome to Days of Dallas, video number 2. This video is going to be all about crate training Dallas. So we have made the decision to start crate training on the advice of our dog obedience trainer. So basically I got to go to a seminar on Saturday. It's just for the owners, the dogs didn't attend, and it's all about how important crate training is for dogs. So I had never intended to put Dallas in a crate or to crate trainer. I didn't even know what crate training was. I actually, Dallas has a little bed in the hallway, like a little kind of plastic tub thing with a blanket in, and has her toys and has her water, and we pop her in there in the hallway and she goes to bed, and it's actually quite a big hall, so she has free reign over that. But during the day in general, she can run around this entire room. I know you can't see it, but this is our living room. She can run around our entire kitchen, she can run around our entire hall. So I thought I was doing her a favour by letting her have that amount of space to run around in. But what I learned in the seminar was that a dog is happier the smaller its world is. So basically when we have dogs as pets, we're bringing them into an environment that they wouldn't ever naturally be in, obviously enough. And the kind of horror stories that the trainer told us made me realise the kind of disservice that I'm doing to Dallas by letting her have so much space. If I have to pop out to the shops, she can go anywhere in this apartment that she wants other than the bedrooms. We do have a blanket ban on bedrooms, she can't go in there. But when the trainer was telling us about Hello, you're so good. When the trainer was telling us about some of the stories that he's had come back to him from dogs he's even trained, because owners don't crate train, it was horrible. Like dogs who had died because they've eaten socks, because they've eaten laces, because they've eaten grapes, because they've eaten phone cables, like magazines, things like this that are just scattered around that you don't think about. Like the amount of times I've probably left her to pop to the shops and I've left my phone charger plugged in and I don't even think about it. So we have now decided to crate train on his advice, and it just sounds like it helps with an awful lot of things. Like if you're cooking dinner and you want the dog to not be in danger or to be near the oven, take them out of the situation. If you've got kids coming around, they're going to rile up the dog, take them out of the situation. He kind of works on this whole method of avoid it rather than having to correct it. So if she can be happy in a crate, it'll be like her own little bedroom, and she'll be hopefully really content to go in there. But today is day 1 of crate training, so I don't know how it's going to go. As Dallas is a rescue, it's very possible that she has actually slept in a crate before in her early days. We don't know. I might put her in and she might be absolutely content to stand in her bed and drink some water and chill out, or she might absolutely lose the plot. So I'm gonna have to see how it goes, but the trainer has told us that the best method for teaching them is to put them in the crate and stand there, stoic, silent, arms folded, not making eye contact. And if the dog starts losing the head, you stand there and you do not move. If they're barking, you do not move. You do not give them any attention. You do not let them out. Because if you let them out while they're barking or while they're whining or while they're pawing at the door, then the thing that they remember is that, oh, I barked, I whined, I pawed at the door, and I got out. So that's what has to be avoided. You can only let them out of the crate when they are silent. So he had said that the longest he has ever had to listen to a dog bark is 35 minutes, and he's met some bad dogs in his day. So we're going to try Dallas, and I'm hopefully going to film it as, bad as my skills are. But yeah, we also live in an apartment, as I've said several times, but we have neighbours above and below us. So if Dallas is barking, it's not really fair to them, so we have to do this during a time that they're out at work. And I say we, but it's just me because my boyfriend's got to work. But yeah, we're going to give this a go, and she's starting to get really hyper. So the next video will be the next snippet will be me probably trying to put the crate together because I have literally just bought it and it's really heavy, and I'm kind of excited to see how it will go and how she'll react. But I think in the long run she'll probably be really happy for having her own little space, and I think it will help her and help us, and everybody will be a winner. So yeah, this is Dallas Crate Training Day 1. The crate is built, so I'm going to let her sniff around it for a while. I'm going to leave the door open so that she can check it out if she wants. And so far she doesn't seem to be loving it, but maybe that will change. She's having a good sniff anyway. What do you think, Dallas? Do you like it? It's your new house. So that is the first slight introduction to crate training. Is a good girl. I'm not quite sure if she gets it, because the way the trainer told us to crate train was put them in, they're going to bark, they're going to freak out, and you stand there until they're silent, and when they're silent you let them out, you give them a treat. But I put her in and she was silent, so I don't know if I have to leave her in there longer or what, but I didn't really want to. Right off the bat I want her to know that she can kind of come out. I don't know. But that's an initial turn. I don't think it's really fair to leave her in there until she gets annoyed. So that's first experience of the crate, and I don't think it was particularly negative. So we'll work with that, won't we, puppy? Okay, so we are officially at day 3 of crate training. There's actually a lot more footage than I thought there would be, so I'm trying to condense it a bit, and I think what I'll do is I'm gonna say what my kind of conclusions are so far, and then I'm going to make an updated crate training in like a month's time or 6 months time or something that says how she's getting on, because otherwise it's just going to be the longest video in the world. Basically, I think the crate training is going pretty well at day 3. You could see in the footage from the first day that we tried it that I was throwing her into the crate, leaving her for a few seconds. She was quiet the whole time, and then I'd take her back out and give her treats and rubs and everything. And then day 2 I was much more keen to get her to go into the crate by herself, so she'd follow a treat in and she got in by herself, and it did take a while, but now she does pretty much voluntarily walk in with a treat incentive, so she won't go in without that. But it's been pretty much okay. Today, day 3, I was able to leave her in it for 2 hours. So I was sitting here the whole time. The only time that I wasn't like in the room was when I was in the shower. And I think that if I left the apartment, she probably would bark. But so far, if you're in the room, which is how you're supposed to start crate training according to our trainer, that's good at the start. So she's doing really well. We have started putting her to bed in the crate as well and closing the door, and she does not like that because it's all okay as long as we're in the same room. But when she's in the hall by herself in the dark in the crate, I think she just gets a bit scared. But so far she hasn't been too bad. She whines for about 10 minutes and then she might let out a bark. But then she generally settles down and is quiet all night. And since we've been using the crate, which is only the past 2 nights, because today is day 3, I have slept a lot better. I don't know why, because it is like there's nothing she can do in our hallway, but after all the horror stories from our trainer, I am beginning to realise that anything can be dangerous. So yeah, I think so far it's going good, and she is taking to it. But yeah, I will hopefully make an update to this in a few weeks or a few months, or when she fully gets it down, or when we abandon it, or whatever way it ends up going. But at the minute I think it's working really well. So I'm going to sign this video off here before it becomes the longest video of all time. But thank you for watching, if anybody is still awake, and I hope you will like, I hope you'll subscribe, and at some point I will upload something to Vlogbox. So for now, from me and from Dallas, who is down here, chomping away, I will say goodbye from both of us. So it's goodbye from me, blur your hand, and goodbye from Dallas. We'll catch you again soon. Bye! Hello, welcome back to Days of Dallas. We're here, and today's episode is going to be Today is going to be all about crate and how to have an obedient, happy dog. I hate when she does this. She does this every time I decide to do a video. Dallas! Episode! Why do I keep saying that? Today's video. Anytime. Anytime now at all. Yeah, you excited? Are you? Going to go live in a box? Yeah. Well, really getting in there, aren't you? Yep. You are really going for it. Oh, are you finished? Okay, thank you for joining us.